Hi everyone, I'm coming at you from the ocean, as you can see. One day I definitely do want to take my video down at the ocean. For the moment it's a kilometer away, but I think the sound of the ocean is quite wild and crazy at the moment, so it may sort of overshadow my voice. So anyway, let's get straight to it. So this video is about how to get your support team to take more initiative. And probably this is one of the biggest questions and frustrations that business owners, business leaders, even in family-run businesses, business couples, who are building their team, is that they understand the importance of getting their team to take initiative. Now, why? Because when your team is taking the initiative, you're not having to keep running after everyone, finding out if everyone is doing what they're meant to be doing. Because as a business owner, you're thinking, well, I've got to be doing so much in the business. I'm spending so much time driving the people and the processes. How am I actually going to be adding value in the unique way, which is driving the business forward, looking at new opportunities, new ideas, getting creative. We're trying to release our minds so we can be creative. And if we have to keep going back, and this is what so many business owners, they say their pet peeve is, teachable moment, I've heard, is having to go back and check on what the team member's doing, following up on the team and checking why the team member are not doing things. Because in their mind, as a business owner, they've ticked that box, they've left it, okay, I've left that to you, and now they have to go, they're thinking forward now, they have to think back and they have to go and untick that box, which really creates irritability and moodiness in the business owner, which then obviously the team would feel and experience, which would then have a cyclical effect because now the team feel more fearful to speak up and they're not going to take initiative. So it's really a very important three must-haves. Let me get it right. Three must-haves that I've thought about that I know they're going to have a big impact. And I see it time and time again. And you think it's going to be big, huge efforts you have to make, but it's actually very simple. Okay, so first thing you need to have in your business as a foundation is you need to understand that people process information in different ways. So this is the space I work in and have for the last 20 years, is understanding people, knowing how to read people. Where are people best suited? And the most important thing, if I'm going to be putting people in a right position, I need to understand how they process information first and foremost, so I can start to have a conversation with them where they understand me and I understand them. So if I say, for example, if I said to you, what about an awesome trip off to the Drakensberg or off into the mountains, or a wonderful retreat? There are four ways of people processing. There's going to be some people who are going to be listening and instantly see the image of climbing up the mountain. They're the ones who see those visuals, the movies in their head. So they're going to see that first and foremost. They're going to be thinking, oh, that's going to be awesome climbing up there. Then nextly, there's going to be people who first and foremost are going to go, well, how do I feel about that? They're kind of like in their body, how do I feel? Then there's going to be people getting their to-do lists out. What's the first thing we're going to do? What are we going to need? When are we going to go? Where are we going to have breakfast? Then there's going to be the goal people, the goal-related people. They're going to be thinking, well, what's the main goal? What are we trying to achieve? And what are the best things we need to help us achieve those goals? Now, this is backed by science. And really, everyone should know this, and every business owner should know this. But this will free up so much time and give you so much more peace. You'll feel like you have like a secret weapon in your business. So I use the Maverick Accelerator process, and why I use that is because it's based on science and it helps to understand how people are primarily processing information. Are they primarily seeing it through, first they're seeing it in the big picture and then they're seeing it in terms of how they feel. Now, why is this important for you as a business owner? Because when you are giving instructions, it's very important for you to know that you're giving instructions in the right way. And often what we think is we think that everyone's we're very clear, we understand what we're saying, and we think we're speaking some alien language, because when we get back, people have just kind of done their own thing, or when we have to follow up and we see they're totally along a different path. It's because we haven't delivered it in a way that people need to receive it. People either need to receive it, I'm sorry to say, for the big picture thinkers, there are people who need it in a very structured way, and you need those people in your business because they're going to implement your ideas. They're the ones who are going to be putting the sort of the foundations down, and they're going to be step 1, step 2, step 3. So they're going to need more of a framework. Whereas other people are going to need more support and encouragement and need to see where's this going to fit in and make everyone's lives easier. Those are your people who are building bridges in your organization. Your organization, your team is nothing without your people. So they're going to be seeing, how is this process that you're putting in going to assist the clients? How is it going to be difficult for your clients? How are people going to receive it? Is there going to be resistance? And then, of course, you've got your people who are looking to achieve goals. So if you're a business owner and you keep moving the goalposts, those people are not going to take initiative because they think that every time, you know, a project is put on place, there's a new project and the goal is not going to get reached. And so people start to feel outside of their strengths. So that's important, which leads us into the second one. People need to understand your team, and you need to understand, of course, absolutely, your natural strengths and weaknesses. And I'm not talking about what you're good at. You could be really good at admin, you could be really good at implementing, you could really be good at planning, but you absolutely hate it. And if you feel that way, believe me, you've got people who feel that way in your team. And just think of how you feel when you spend a whole day in your business doing stuff that you don't enjoy, but you're good at. You feel wiped out at the end of the day. There's no family time. People get the breadcrumbs of who you are. You're leaving work late because your brain is working harder to do stuff that you're not good at. Now, imagine you've built your whole team on that, where you're not sure if people are doing what they're great at or just doing what they're good at. So that's the thing. And what makes, so I use the Maverick Accelerator, what makes that unique is it tracks for adaptation. It tracks if you're using your strengths and weaknesses or not. Now that puts you in a place where you can position people for passion and purpose. And if you just use, I've got a free tool, a free top 10 questions, and that will help you understanding how people process information, because there's questions there on how you like to be managed. And in understanding strengths and weaknesses, I've got questions in there that will help you understand people's natural strengths and weaknesses. So when people say, I enjoy something, that is highly likely a natural strength. That's different to liking something. So when people say I like something, that's not a natural strength. You want enjoy. So you use the word enjoy. What do you enjoy? And your third foundation for people to take initiative, once you understand they take in information differently, you understand their natural strengths and weaknesses, so people feel confident. Now, thirdly, it's how people communicate. How you communicate your message to each other. If you are just communicating the way you think you should communicate or you like to communicate, you may be just offering the big picture, or maybe you're offering too much detail and people can't see the big picture, or maybe people can't quite see how this is fitting into kind of the bigger loop. So very, very important, before you kind of lump on communication toolkits and strategies and all those kind of things, you want people to have the foundation. Because when people are under pressure and they've withdrawn their initiative, if they're not taking their initiative, there's highly likely they feel fearful. So they kind of hold back because they're scared of the ramifications. So what happens is they sort of hold back their initiative, and you're getting more and more and more frustrated trying to get people to implement, or, you know, having to follow up on people. And it's very important that when people are under stress, putting them through a communication workshop just with strategies and techniques is not necessarily going to work. You have to have the hub where people understand who they are. How do I currently communicate? What's good? What are my blind spots? Where are my strengths? Where are my weaknesses? How can I improve my communication to reach how other people process information? Then am I sort of more loud and I enjoy a group, or maybe I'm more quiet? So when I communicate, maybe it's better for me to do it one-on-one. If I'm a business leader, I understand my team. Okay, that person's better in a team. That person's better if I communicate one-on-one. And when you start to be able to reach people and communicate effectively, you start to see people have initiative, and they start to see that they're valued because they know their strengths, they know that they're valued, they know your strengths, they know where your value is, they respect that and take you seriously because they can see with confidence and certainty where your strengths are, so they communicate that back. So that's it for me. Those are the 3 tips. Remembering it's how you process information firstly, then it's going to be understanding your natural strengths and weaknesses, and thirdly, communicating effectively to have more harmony and more respect, so people feel confident to take that initiative and free you up to do all that creative stuff and have more free time to do the cool stuff as well. Okay, that's it for me. Enjoy. Have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Bye for now.